Orchids have a reputation for being impossible to keep alive, but that is not really true. Almost every orchid that dies is killed by the same handful of mistakes, and most people make at least one without realizing it. The biggest killer is not neglect. It is actually kindness taken too far. Let's start with the mistake that kills more orchids than anything else. Overwatering is the #1 orchid killer, and it usually comes from good intentions. Orchid roots need to dry out between waterings or they rot from the inside, turning brown and mushy. A healthy orchid root is silvery green and firm, not soft. Water only when the roots look silver and the pot feels light, not on a fixed schedule. Regular potting soil is the second big mistake, and it is an easy one to make if you are used to normal houseplants. Orchid roots need airflow, and dense soil suffocates them within weeks. Use a chunky bark-based orchid mix instead, which lets air reach the roots between waterings. This one switch alone saves a huge number of orchids. Orchids need bright, indirect light, and getting this wrong in either direction causes problems. Too little light and the plant will not flower again. Too much direct sun and the leaves scorch with yellow or brown patches. An east-facing window with filtered morning light is usually the sweet spot. But the next mistake is one almost everyone makes without noticing. Most homes are too dry for orchids, which naturally grow in humid tropical air. Low humidity causes shriveled, wrinkled leaves even when watering is correct. A pebble tray with water underneath the pot, or a small humidifier nearby, raises humidity without overwatering the roots. This small fix solves a lot of mystery problems. Orchids are light feeders, and using regular houseplant fertilizer at full strength burns their roots. Use a fertilizer made for orchids, diluted to about a quarter of the recommended strength, and only during active growth in spring and summer. Skip fertilizing in the fall and winter dormant months. Getting this rhythm right is what actually pushes a plant to rebloom. If your orchid has stopped flowering, a slight temperature drop at night, around 10 degrees cooler for a few weeks, is often the trigger it needs to spike again. This mimics the natural seasonal shift orchids experience in the wild. Combine that with consistent indirect light and correct watering, and most healthy orchids will rebloom within a couple of months. So those are the real reasons most orchids die. And none of them are about the plant being fragile, they are about a few fixable habits. Fix the watering, the medium, the light, and the humidity, and your orchid can bloom for years. If you want the complete guide with a troubleshooting chart for every orchid problem, it is linked in the description below.